We're here today to introduce you to an exciting breakthrough in paper shaping technology, Provocraft's Cricut Personal Electronic Cutter. Unlike conventional paper shaping systems, Cricut is electronic. With Cricut, you get to choose the size of your paper and the size of your cuts, all electronically. Cricut's unique cartridge-based system allows users to cut letters or shapes in sizes from 1 inch to 5.5 inches tall. Phrases and shapes can be cut in lengths up to 11.5 inches, all with the push of a button. Creative features built into every Cricut cartridge allow almost limitless customization of letters, shapes, and phrases. Well, enough talking. Let's show you how this machine actually works.
This section of the demonstration is designed to give you a broad overview of the product. These are the items that are included in the Cricut box. We'll go over them one by one and tell you about the design and purpose for each one. The heart of the Cricut system is the Cricut Cartridge. Each machine comes with a George and Basic Shapes cartridge binder, which includes a cartridge, a keypad overlay, and a handbook. Other cartridge systems are sold separately. There are two types of Cricut cartridges, fonts and shapes. Font cartridges contain complete alphabets plus a variety of words and phrases. Shape cartridges contain complete shape sets, and on some cartridges there are bonus words and phrases.
Every cartridge is paired with an overlay that fits over the Cricut's built-in keypad, allowing the Cricut keypad functions to change with the cartridge. This is the cutting mat. It is used to hold paper in place while the Cricut is cutting a design. Its tacky surface keeps the paper from slipping.
Of course, there's a power adapter. It has 6 feet of cord. This is the connection for the power adapter, and this is the Universal Serial Bus, or USB port. The USB port is not used in normal operations. To use the Cricut, select a hard, flat location within 6 feet or 1.8 meters of an electrical outlet. Plug the adapter into the Cricut and the wall outlet. Be sure to allow at least 12 inches or 31 centimeters of space around the Cricut for paper movement.
The Quickstart guide is an extremely useful tool while learning the basics of Cricut.
Along with the Quickstart guide, the user manual contains instructions and valuable tips for using the Cricut. We suggest you become familiar with the contents of the manual after watching this video.
The Cricut is activated by pressing the On-Off button, located on the right front panel of the machine. Pressing the On-Off button activates the Cricut and allows the feeder door and LCD panel to open. Occasionally, gentle pressure may be required to completely open the Cricut. Next, place the keypad overlay over the top of the Cricut's built-in keypad. Then, insert the cartridge, name label facing out, in the cartridge slot in the front of the Cricut. Be sure to match the name on the cartridge label with the name pre-printed on the keypad overlay. Cartridges and keypad overlays must match for the Cricut to function properly. Cricut can cut printed papers and Basel weight cardstock in sizes up to 6 by 12 inches or 15.2 by 30.5 centimeters. To cut with the Cricut, the paper must first be mounted on the cutting mat. If you are using the mat for the first time, you will need to remove the protective covering. Simply align the corner of the paper with the Align Paper Corner Here icon and press the paper onto the mat.
That's all there is for the basics. Let's move on to using the Cricut.
Now that we have the paper mounted to the mat, we're ready to cut. Simply place the mat between the roller bar and the deck, pushing in until you feel resistance. While maintaining slight pressure on the cutting mat, locate the Load Paper key in the lower right-hand corner of the keypad. Press the Load Paper key to move the cutting mat and paper into the Cricut. With the paper loaded, you can now select characters for cutting. To select a character, simply press the desired key. The character selected will appear in the LCD screen above the keypad. To choose a character in the upper right-hand corner of a key, press the Shift key, located in the lower left-hand corner of the keypad. The Shift key only has to be pressed once to activate. The Shift Lock key should be pressed if you want to continue to use a character in the upper right-hand corner of a key. Use the Space key, located in the upper right-hand corner of the keypad, to add spaces between characters, just as you would use the space bar on a computer keyboard. The backspace key works just like the backspace or delete key on a computer keyboard, deleting one character from the LCD screen each time it is pressed.
The size dial on the front of the machine controls the size of characters to be cut. For example, if I wanted to cut the word cat in a 3-inch or 7.6 centimeter size, I would set the size dial to 3. The LCD screen would show that 3 inches has been selected. Then I would type cat on the keypad. The C-A-N-T in cat would be cut in proportion to the tallest letter in the alphabet. Only one sizing option can be selected for each cut. Not all phrases or shapes can be cut in all sizes. Stacked phrases like I love you and birthday blessings are automatically limited by the Cricut machine to a size that will fit on a 6 by 12 or 15.2 by 30.5 centimeter paper. The Cricut LCD screen will show a warning if the selected phrase or shape will not fit on the available paper size. With cat visible on the LCD screen, I push cut for the Cricut to begin cutting out the word cat. While the Cricut is cutting, the words Cricut is cutting will appear on the screen. Once the machine is done cutting, the cutting mat and paper can be removed from the machine.
To remove the cutting mat from the machine, simply push the Unload Paper key located in the lower right-hand corner of the keypad overlay. The paper and mat are removed from the machine.
Removing the cut characters from the cutting mat is easy. Using the Cricut blade tool, gently lift the cut characters from the cutting mat. Once you have removed the cut characters from the mat, use the Cricut scraper to remove any remaining paper from the mat surface. Clean mats result in clean cuts.
Now this is a good time to discuss the Load Last key. If I want to cut with this piece of paper again, I press it against the cutting mat and reinsert it into the Cricut machine.